I am thinking in my mind, my whole interest is in bringing this real normal back, right? And all the tools we can use. And I'm thinking we're doing this work with consciousness in the group that I told you about that I hope will expand. But maybe one thing that would help at some point, I'm just beginning to formulate the idea, but you can't take a camera inside the pyramid because you can't transmit live stream. The stone would cut it off. But maybe you could record. And if there's a way to capture the feeling, because science says feeling is nothing, it's stupid, it's unscientific, anecdotal, subjective and all this. That's because feeling is really, really important. And it's subtle, but it's very powerful. And if you could capture the feeling inside the pyramid, and then we could try to make a connection through meditation to bring it outside and distribute it, to assuming that the people are the receivers, even the unconscious ones, and we start completing that circuit. It's just a thought, but I'm thinking, to bring it, amplify it to where it was originally built, and it's healthy, and as if the Earth's magnetic field were healthy, and then transmit it with a specific intention, which is a subdivision of feeling, and it's very powerful if it's focused. And the intention could be to get it to the individuals who need to benefit from it. And one of the clues, and I'm sorry to talk so long, but I want to get your feedback on this. One of the clues to how this might be put together, to not wait and start distributing that energy everywhere, is that there's an energy field around the body and actually around every life form. And everything is a life form. There are no inanimate objects in the real sense. And there's an energy field around life forms that's been called Merkaba field. It goes out like 15, 16 feet in every direction in the primary field. And it's possible within that to reestablish a magnetic field that approximates the normal original magnetic field of the Earth. That's already been demonstrated. So if restoring that field would have a healing effect on the pyramids, maybe there's a connection that can be made there to start experimenting with bringing back their original energy.
Okay. What I'm going to do, restoring the original field. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to go to the tunnels and I'm going to talk about this so people can feel the place and the energy through me.
Exactly. And if we could get that, then use that as an object for meditation with the specific intent to distribute it and complete the circuit from your generator to everyone that needs it right now without waiting. We have certain assumptions we make about why things have to take longer. And if we believe them, they're true. But what if we don't? That this could happen very shortly.
Mm-hmm. Correct. All right.
So,
I'll do that and I will let you know. And I prepare this little video.
And we start working back and forth that way.
Yes, that's very concrete. And people can feel that. And then next time or every time, close their eyes, they can see the picture and they can project it.
Here's a question for the people in the small group.
Okay.
In the bigger sense of the word, size of structures or of anything is all relative, just like speed is. And so with that in mind, if that consciousness can be accepted, how small of a pyramid could be powerful?
Very small pyramids can be powerful. I mean, you build the small pyramids with just 4 corners and a square base. You put a glass of milk. It will preserve it much, much longer than the one without the pyramid shield. Right. The same thing goes with the meat. The same thing goes with us. have a pyramid above our head, in our bedrooms. They form this energy field. So it can be very small. Sometimes orgonites, you know what orgonite is? Let me find one, just one second. Orgonite generates scalar waves.
Little pieces of metal and minerals in there, right?
Yeah, the combination.
Yeah.
Insulators. So I've done some measurements. Of course, we are surrounded by bad electromagnetic fields.
Right.
Laptops, very bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Computers, much worse. You keep a little pyramid like this one here between your body and the monitor. It helps neutralize most of the bad EM fields, EM smoke.
Right.
The same thing goes for the cell phones. So it can be very, very small, at the same time very powerful, and we can measure it and scientifically prove it.
Exactly. So it's not just they say, well, it's really doing it, just believe it. You can actually show it.
Correct. So different purposes, different pyramids. So this is very powerful geometrical shape.
So how do you use that on a cell phone, for example?
Now, of course, when you talk, the moment you put it between you and the cell phones, then it neutralizes the bad electromagnetism coming towards you. But cell phones, I haven't been using it, close to my ear for years now.
Right.
I always put people on the speaker. They can talk on
exactly.
the speaker.
You can put it on a table and turn the speaker on.
Exactly. Once you get it close to your ear, you start burning your brain cells.
Exactly. Not a great idea.
Less brain cells, we process information slower. Or we are becoming less intelligent.
Right.
And we can see that all around. I mean, you need to tell the same stuff 3 times, you repeat to the people, and they still don't understand you. Because, it's so much attack on our brain cells. We do have them billions, but every time you talk, you lose millions of them, and millions and millions. Right. And finally,
And even if you still have the cells, you're programming them differently with the radiation.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Do you have little items that people can buy from you that are for that, or do they need to look for them somewhere?
These orgonites. Yeah, they can buy stuff like this. Yes.
Okay.
They are on our websites, on our Facebooks, and they work. The good thing is they do work.
When you said you can measure them, can you actually take an EMF meter and see a difference?
Exactly. Well, they have those EM meters, and they are very simple because there is a scale, and you can see even with different lights when it's within the green light, yellow and red. Obviously, red is very bad to us.
Right.
When you talk on the cell phone, or you get this meter close to the cell phones, you can see that this needle goes to the red.
Yeah.
You put orgonite between meter and the cell phone, it gets back the needle to the green. Very simple. It gives you the unit of measurements, but even with the lights and the colors, it tells you everything.
So are the stone blocks or the high-level concrete blocks used in the pyramid construction, are those orgonite basically?
The whole pyramid, yes. Because the whole pyramid, you can see different levels. Like you can see them here. You have clay, you have sandstone, you have concrete, you have quartz crystal, and then it repeats and repeats and repeats.
Okay.
So it is like one huge orgonite. Yes.
That's
why one of their purposes was to stabilize, electromagnetic field of the planet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they needed a lot of them too.
Yes.
There are stories about the better period in Atlantis before it degenerated and was destroyed, where they had a lot of technology based on crystals and not physically connected to anything. They would put them in homes, and they would be used for light generation. we have any hope of getting back to that knowledge of how to do that?
Well, listen, if we made a chip in Silicon Valley that basically represents the engine for our laptops and computers and our cell phones and so on, quartz crystal is so much more superior.
Yeah.
Comparing, to silica, so much more superior. It can memorize, it can, bring lights, it can bring power, it can be, just we need to figure out how to master this technology.
Right. And how to master not getting killed when you do master it.
I agree. We are surrounded by energy, but energy is neutral, and it's just a matter of how we use it. We use it for good purposes, then we say positive energy. You got the laser technology. If you use it in a health system, it can help you with your eyesight, whatever.
Yeah.
But if laser technology is part of our weaponry, you kill the enemy with laser weapons, obviously this energy is not so beneficial for the dead enemy. So it's always up to us how we're going to use it or if we're going to abuse it.
Well, I'm thinking one of our highest priorities is going to, as soon as possible, be able to start influencing the intent of the rulers so that they don't want us destroyed, right?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
And I'll be very interested to hear when you get your picture with feeling inside the pyramid and any places that are special around the water or the tunnels or anything like that. And we'll see if we can make a connection with it.
All right.
Or getting it out faster.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Dr. Sam.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for being
Doc.
so patient. I
Appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. We'll stay in touch.
Have a good night.
Pleasure talking to you guys. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.